Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. Podcast so bad, we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons17. Tonight we got the original herbs and spices. I'm gonna give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. I'm on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look up your mama's favorites at Country Air Official or Country Air Brand on the social medias. And I'll introduce the return of locally respected, internationally known senior official.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch here. You can find me at Perch XLV. Pound sign for the ref brand. Celebrate pro wrestling. Take it home podcast.
Waffles. Perch, you have been what seemingly feels like all over the world for the past month or so. Any food stick out? Anything you want to put over? Anything that we need to put on the list?
Yeah, Mr. Donut, number one donut in the world.
Okay.
Best donuts. You can have one, two of them, three of them, and still not feel full and no stomach aches. Incredible. The plain ones are as good as it gets. Had some good pizza out in New Jersey. You can't beat cheap slices.
Yeah.
As well, we found a new joint in Chicago for slices. Lobo Pizza, unbelievable.
I think I've seen that place come across my timeline.
It's a close walk from Logan Square Auditorium.
Very not far.
The cheese on the pizza is so good. Yeah, we'll just keep it at that. Lobo Pizza, Chicago, new joint. Good place. Probably been there forever.
Zach, how was your food hunt over the weekend? What did y'all?
Yeah, I mean, we ate at this place called Tuscans. There's a pasta place. Tuscan, I don't know. It's in Lake Geneva. I got chicken Alfredo. It wasn't bad. We got cheese curd and calamari as like appetizers. Other than that, had some Outback tonight. Bloomin' onion with some potato soup. So not too bad.
Nice. I don't remember exactly when. It was probably actually like last Thursday, but we did go to Longhorn and I got a steak and that was delicious. Breakfast wise, I know we had chicken and waffles over the weekend, which was always good.
Yeah.
Monday. Did we? I don't think we really ate anything. Yeah, over the weekend. Besides that, cheese grits, sausage, and eggs for breakfast. Can't go wrong. American classic. And now with Perch back, we have the return of a Take It Home podcast classic. Perch, can we get a banger of the week?
Yeah, and especially before the banger of the week, another food classic was the jalapeno cheddar brat with cheese curds on top from the Vanguard. After Mondo. That was such a good thing. Great brat. Loved it. And banger of the week this week coming in. Traveling a lot, like to hear some music that reminds you of home. And this song always brings me right back home. What I Need to Do by Kenny Chesney. Banger. Early 2000s hit. Probably heard it many times in the background of places. But yeah, What I Need to Do, damn good song, especially this fall weather, driving around with the windows down. Nothing hits like a southeastern Wisconsin fall.
It has been a pretty nice couple days. Hopefully the weather keeps cooling off. Nights have been nice.
And there's a few Japanese bands that I've been listening to as well. And if I knew how to pronounce the songs, I would definitely put it out there. But I don't. However, I'll send them over. And
send them.
Like playlist to be added.
We'll have a Take It Home secret stash.
Yeah.
Playlist. There we go. We'll do the secret stash and we'll add all the songs we can't understand.
Yep. Absolute bangers.
There we go. Nice. Like I said, Perch, good to have you back. Thank you for the banger of the week. We've been trying to hold it down without you, but Have you had a chance to see anything interesting on your travels? Watch anything? I imagine it's hard to watch a couple pay-per-views.
Yeah, good wrestling all around. DDT Pro Wrestling. Mao lost his championship, and Yuki Ueno lost his championship. A couple of solid singles champions. They had it for a little while. Great stories too, and fun matchups the entire time. However, with the storytelling, uh, viewing it when someone loses their championship, it makes me love them even more. I want to see them rise up and overcome the obstacles and get back to that platform. So yeah, very good stories going on in DDT Pro right now. Sana Kamina is rocking it, and yeah, very fun to watch all their different shows. Fun wrestlers, good students coming up too. Uh, really having a fun time, and it translates. Uh, Kota Ibushi is back in
Yep.
business too,
Yep. Dakota's back.
and Jack.
Yeah.
Muscle
Like
mass.
hopefully this is a return. We've missed the healthy Kota Ibushi the past couple of years.
And I really loved watching AEW the other week. Okada squaring off against Matt Fletcher, and then at the end, Konosuke Takeshita coming in a little face to face, eye to eye, and leading into the match they had that weekend. Very cool. And as well as Moxley uh, bringing
Ooh,
back a whole new attitude.
yeah, your boy, he's a troublemaker. Ain't that right, Zach?
Oh yeah, Mox out here
Running people over
running
with
people
cars.
over, hurting people.
Yeah, Mox is on one. When he came back, he made it clear that he's all about the awkward, evil intentions, and he is the best at it. So I'm loving pro wrestling right now, all around.
Zach, did you get a chance to watch anything?
I watched Gunther let everyone know who his favorite wrestler is.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, that one popped me.
Yeah, I like no, I was with you. I really thought he was gonna say HBK. I did not think he was gonna pull out Goldberg. Like you're in
100%
Canada.
Montreal Screwjob. I was thinking HBK. When you said Goldberg,
Yeah.
I was like, Gunther got
This
jokes.
is got some good jokes. That popped me. I
Oh yeah.
I bit hard.
I didn't watch NXT tonight, but definitely going to. Definitely seen a bunch of big things that look very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Like Oba Femi's opponent.
Yep. I tweeted about that. That was fun.
Yeah.
That's the only thing actually I've seen from NXT tonight, so I'll have to go back and watch the episode. But yeah, I watched that match. It was fun. It was awesome.
Yeah, that one I'm definitely looking forward to.
It's like it was good opponent to pick. They told a good story. Yeah.
And then like I want to know if they're gonna do any like storylines of the Rascals. Like what?
Yeah, why they weren't or why they're not around.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to see if there's gonna be like a build off of that.
Hope so.
But other than that, nothing really.
That AEW pay-per-view was great. Top to bottom. I is like I know I think people have their feelings about the Monet Sheeta match. I don't like her finisher. That's literally my only problem with it is just the finish. I think the match was good up to that. But yeah, top to bottom, it was a card filled with blood feuds. So I mean, that's actually I think another thing that kind of hurt that match in the four way. Every so much on the card was so serious, and the tag match. But the tag match kind of got bled into that last segment. Because everything was so personal and visceral on that show in such a good way. You know, I felt it when Garcia lost, but was so happy when he didn't fall for the low blow and got his lick back. Um, ooh, um, uh, Danielson, Jack Perry doing his thing, becoming. I think he's a solid heel. And then you obviously have Willow and Chris Statlander. That match was insane. The axe kick miss onto the thumbtacks. I would never take that spot. Yeah. And then yeah, obviously the main event, Hangman and Swerve. I think all of these blood feuds, I think, were very good stories and led to their obvious next level at this pay-per-view. I'm intrigued to see where some of these go from here. I think that was very, very good. I did not get to watch much of NXT tonight. I did watch the Oba Femi match, which was dope as heck. Wyatt 6 last night looking good. Looking like a functional unit. I am excited to see where they go from here. Thought it was very interesting that Chad Gable is still the one getting beat up, but we'll see where we go. Who else did I watch? I watched a Story Denali versus Aesop Mitchell from a few months ago. Had to check that out. She just posted that not too long ago. So watch that. Always good to see the students come up. Watched a bunch of Zach matches from the past month or for the past couple months. Yeah. For the most part, just that AEW pay-per-view, I think, is definitely one of their better ones. Such a contrast to All In. And they set a pay-per-view 2 weeks apart, and it was totally worth it. All right, homies. I think this is what I am intrigued about is what have y'all been up to this past weekend? Let's start with Zach. How was your weekend?
Yeah, my weekend wasn't too bad. My cousin had a bachelor party, so we were out in Lake Geneva. Like I said, we went to, I want to say it was Tuscan. It's like a Italian restaurant, but had chicken Alfredo. Next day, we hung out at the house, went on a boat for like 4 hours, just sat on the boat, hanging out, chilling, drinking. Evening time. Oh, I get, yeah, we did have steaks, but we learned not to let the guy who likes to make steaks well done try to cook medium rare because
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
Yep.
It wasn't even cooked. It was the worst part. It was undercooked.
Oh,
Like,
well, in that case, you can always throw it back on the grill, I guess.
oh no, yeah, I ended up putting it on the grill and doing it myself, but it was just like But after that, Sunday was just kind of a relaxing, hang out home day, and then yeah, nothing, no wrestling though, just hanging out with family.
Yeah, you need those. You need those. Um, I did have a little bit of wrestling. I went out to Mondo Lucha on Friday. It's good to be back. And see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a while. Quinn, Joey, Sierra, new PWI 500 makers that got announced today. It was good to see everybody. Jared, unfortunately, now as you know, I am hurt, so I could not wrestle, but I did have the pleasure of summoning the unholy one, Sean Priest, to be in my stead and team with Jared and take on Ben and I don't remember who the other one was. But either way, Sean's scary. Sean beat him up. Sean almost attacked Jared. Please don't do that. He's my other partner. I need to keep him. But no, it was very fun to be out. Awesome show. Shane Mercer, Toss, and Quinn was amazingly accurate. Good to see CJ and Jack out there. 3 count, awesome homie. Good to have him back on the shows. We've been blessed to have him 2 shows in a row. So no, it was super fun. Besides that, just being a homebody, hitting the gym, Doing my thing a thing. Last but not least, we got Perch. Regale us with some stories of your travels, brother.
Yeah, some great times. Wonderful weekend last weekend at Mondo Lucha. Had an absolute blast seeing Doc Simmons in the house. Seeing you rub that magic lamp and hold it up to the skies and throw it down, big old cloud of smoke, poof, and out comes Sean Priest, the unholy one. That was a great moment. I really enjoyed. I didn't know what to expect, and yeah, that was a pleasure. Great to see Doc in the house as well. Um, I had a couple matches that night. First one was a tag match with Dan the Dad and Microman against Darren Corbin and Warhorse. Fun match all around with Warhorse giving me a slap to the face, but he got his uppance at the end, and Veda Scott was in on the action.
Yes, Vader
and
Scott wasn't hit a stunner.
hit a stunner, and then Microman got the better of him. So it was a
Iron
fun
Man
match.
took him to Suplex City.
Yeah, yeah. Great times with Microman at Turner Hall Ballroom. The ceiling was falling down when he was coming out. It was so fun.
No, yeah,
Great
the crowd loved him. Crowd loved him.
great venue to be able to take in with certain wrestlers, and to have Microman at Turner Hall was quite the experience. Uh, then the next match I had was the Lucha Libre main event. Speedball Mike Bailey against Arez against Gringo Loco. And that match was a wild lucha finale.
Yeah, that was super fun, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that blue collar, guttural blue collar heart. Don't get to see action like this too often, and they were super appreciative.
Yeah, that match went super hard.
Yeah,
It was a
tore,
pleasure.
tore down.
Fans were like, "Well, we don't quite know exactly what this is, but we love it and we're
Yeah.
appreciating it, and we know we're witnessing a gem as it's happening."
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It was a good one.
It really was, and for the fans, they enjoyed. The week before was at Talia Hall. Had a great time. Bang Bros in there. I got to be up on Sawyer Reich's shoulders
Yep, I
and
did see that.
see the Bang Bros at Spears Tower. I got to see the top of the stairs. It was quite funny. And a few nights before, I refereed them at the Emporium. But Kylie Ray had a fun match against Brooke Havoc, and Kylie Ray was busted open and blood shed throughout the match, and it was cool.
That's
An
not how
intense one.
mommies are supposed to act, Kylie. Be bleeding everywhere, Kylie. Set a bad example.
It was fun. Incredible atmosphere, especially in Chicago. We were at the Emporium right before that at the arcade with freelance wrestling. Coda Hernandez against Alec Price was a banger from the night. Really enjoyed. Uh, I got knocked out by Saul. Good old Saban Gage took me out. I
Oh.
believe, at least, came from behind. I tossed him out.
Sounds like a thing Saban would do. He's hanging out with
I
that
tossed
that,
him out.
that rat
And
Isaiah.
yeah, he's been hanging out with the wrong wrestling crowd, and he's evil. Um, but a fun match nonetheless. Um, and GCW Homecoming in Atlantic City was fun. We had 3 nights of action, 2 nights of action, 3 shows. Um, Before that, we had GCW really traveling all over the world. Um, Started off in Cleveland, Ohio, then Asbury Park, New Jersey, then off to Japan, where we had a show at Korakuen Hall with DDT Pro Wrestling. I got to referee the main event that night, or the GCW heavyweight title that night. Um, it was Mance Warner against Shuma against Joey Janela. Super fun. Uh, it was a hardcore match, but it wasn't as much glass or ultra violence as the main event. At Korakuen, time I was there with Masha and Rena.
Yes. Yeah, we are accustomed to a certain level of chicanery.
This time there were Legos, doors,
Ugh,
ladders, chairs, tables.
ugh.
Uh, it was a blast.
Legos are still
Fun
the worst thing I've taken.
staple gun in there too. Um, yeah, scary, but very fun. And then DDT is the coolest to be able to work with. Nice people, great spirit, fun attitudes. Was able to take everything in and make the most out of photographs and everything. A full cork and hull experience all around, especially being equipped with a little bit more knowledge this time around. Uh, Maybe the fourth time there, but still every time is the best time. Then the next couple days we had shows at Shinjuku Face as GCW uh, put on a couple of banger shows. Kikutaro against Danhausen was one of the shows of the weekend.
Oh yeah, that was probably really good. That was probably really good.
It was so much fun just to complete call it out there and see where it goes and to be able to learn how to tell a story in front of a Japanese audience is uh, a very fun adventure.
Yeah, it's all stories, but it is different. It's different.
Yeah, and listening to a crowd is still just as important and understanding how to tell a story. And yeah, this was such a fun match, fun to use all the skills that we rely on and our instincts that we rely on from our training.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's a ring set up at Portage County in the fair, and sometimes it's a ring set up in a fourth-story building right outside of Godzilla Palace. Right outside the window at Shinjuku Face, you could see the back of the Toho Cinemas, which was
Oh,
a
it's awesome.
giant Godzilla mural, and you're eye to eye with it.
Damn. Oh shit, that's nice. Yeah.
It was it was really cool.
Right.
And
Yeah, did you have any chance to maybe like try and get a tour or anything? I don't know what they do. I imagine they would probably have tours.
yeah, I found out there's a hotel that is part of the building as well, and you can go all the way up and get a little tour because the front side of it is the Godzilla statue that I've taken
Okay.
the photo. But I'd never seen the back side of it, and it's so damn cool.
Nice, nice.
Um, but yeah, I had some great shows in Japan. Giant Andreza, the giant panda, was in there for one of the matches. Um, yeah, just a blast. And we ended up having to leave a day early because there were typhoons coming
Yeah.
in, and our prayers for Japan. And we had a layover in Kona, Hawaii, and we ended up getting delayed a few hours. So we went to the beach, and then we were able to extend the delay free of charge. So we extended it and spent the whole day in Hawaii, just enjoying the beach, the water's crashing up, and it was incredible. Right across the time zone change, so you go from enjoying an entire uh, Thursday in Japan right back to Thursday morning in Hawaii.
Right, yeah, that's always the wildest thing for me how time zones work.
It was crazy, and and we had a whole day to kill there, as well as uh, we got to LA where we had a show in LA. Got to hike around Malibu a little bit and take some photos from high above some mountains. It was really cool. Uh, and then Salt Lake City the next day after the show in LA at the Ukrainian Cultural Center. Yeah, and Salt Lake City was fun. Uh, an awesome venue, an old, like, it looked like a frat house from the outside, but it was a big ballroom on the inside. Uh, then Indiana, we had a show for Cole Radrick,
Oh,
the
yep, yep.
Smitty.
Oh, how was that? I saw a few pictures from it.
Great time, fun wrestlers all around.
The Smitty, that's what it was.
The Smitty, there can only be
Uh,
one.
yeah, I did enjoy the poster concept and release of Entrance. It was fun. It was cute. Whoever did that.
So much fun and fun wrestling. Then it was the homecoming shows after that, then back into the freelance. Yeah, seeing some baseball games as well. Went to an Angels game, White Sox game. Uh, yeah, just a blast. Learning the art of professional wrestling and finding the similarities, no matter where we're at in the world.
Yeah.
We're able to learn, grow, and entertain audiences all around the world.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, it's like I'm sure. Yeah, watching that Dan the Dad Kikataro match, you probably would say like, oh yeah. No, it's storytelling, but there are just like cultural differences, just like in any story that you look at through history. Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the subtle differences, and
yeah,
to be in a nice dimly lit setting where it's just a spotlight right on, Houzen and Kiku. It was just a very uh, fun ordeal to be the third man on that act
um,
for however many minutes it was. It was it was great, wonderful to take in.
nice. Right. Always. Why don't we get into our topic for this evening? Talking about the AEW pay-per-view. Lots of blood feuds, lots of what you could say blow off matches, if we're gonna use an insider term. And it got me thinking with that main event. People have their opinions, but what have been some of your favorite blow off matches? I'll go first. I'll take one first. The reason I thought of this is because I don't know how I feel about that match on Sunday. But Swerve versus AR Fox, season 3, Lucha Underground, 3 Stages of Hell, is definitely one of the wildest matches I've ever seen. Swerve gives AR Fox a DVD from the second rope to the outside on top of like a stretcher. Like, because 3 stages of hell. Last stage is you got to put him in the ambulance. Um one of the wildest like chunks of flesh out of each other, not as bloody or as maybe we're trying to straight up murder each other as much as AEW was this weekend, but you can feel the anger, that these two are just taking out on each other, and it all made sense where with the story that Lucha Underground was telling with these two former weapons of war just throwing everything at each other. Was fun. It was fun. Anybody else want to throw in one? Zach?
I mean, I obviously HBK and Taker.
Yep.
That was a good one. Or even Taker with Triple H, like the end of the era match. Because like when you think about it, it did feel like the end of an era. But like I don't really have a lot of like I can't really think of a lot of big blow off matches off the top of my head. But I can think of like the Shawn and Taker match. Even like when you thought it was over, Shawn wanted one more match, and just that build up all year was amazing. And then even when Triple H went to go try to do it and try to do it twice with Shawn as the ref, it still couldn't be done.
Mhm. I'll do a recent one. Cody Roman from WrestleMania.
That was for sure one that I remember the most
Yeah.
was Cody versus Roman, and WrestleMania this year, because last year was so good and the way it ended that it set up for the perfect blow off this year.
I know it filled Perch with the power of youth for the next 50 years, the course of booze. But I'm sure this year was okay too for you.
Yeah, and this year the closure was we're probably not going to see Roman for a while. So the way it was the blow off, they threw everything at you to make you remember it. And
Yes.
by the run-ins came in, it
Yes,
was
I think of as overbooked of a match it can be. That was the perfect way to overbook a match.
yeah. All I was thinking about was the Rock's entrance and how cool it was.
Yeah.
And
Roman with the save off
he
Seth.
took out John Cena. He got
Yeah.
Cena in there. And
Man,
then
it was
Rock's
good.
entrance coming out, and then Taker. They knew how to top it. I mean, I would have been okay with just Cena topping it, but then Rock, okay, that trumps it, and then seeing Taker, that takes the cake.
If you ever get a chance, listen to his podcast and he talks about that spot. Is like it was like Hunter texted him hours before, "Hey, could you come downstairs?"
Yeah, just incredible, and the way it happened, the way it was, um, I loved it. I hated it at the moment as a fan
But looking
because it's
back on it,
how we're meant to feel.
yeah.
And yeah, it took me a little bit to be okay with it and speak freely about it. And here I am. Oh,
It
speaking freely
was
about it.
dark,
I
dark
took my
days in the
loss,
Perch household.
took my loss, and I wore it
It was
just
like
like you should. No complaints.
Perch had his ones up for weeks after that.
That Moxley's back and everything's good.
Um,
Wrestling world is good.
yeah. Whatever. Like, I think this Mox Danielson one will have something to say before this year is done.
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching it today. Rock Austin, WrestleMania 17. Greatest, greatest promo, WrestleMania promo of all time. Stone Cold's descent, Rock's rise. Stone Cold had been the man, but Rock is hitting his groove. You get oh god, Fred Durst, on the vocals for the promo leading up to that. It was a masterclass.
Hmm. I enjoyed when John Cena threw Batista off that car and through the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2010, and they had a good little feud going, and that was like bye to Batista for the time being, and just beautiful the way Cena would take those stories all the way to the end.
Yeah. Speaking of Cena, one for me, I wasn't watching at this time, but like the visual is timeless. CM Punk Cena with CM Punk leaving through the crowd with that world title. That I didn't see it, but that image is awesome. So I'll throw that one in there. All right, fellas. We've got the crew back. It was awesome seeing. I think I actually did see all of y'all last week. So that was fun for me. But what do y'all have coming up this week? Zach.
Yeah, this Friday I will be at Legacy for the Showcase of Champions. I'll be defending the Next Generation Championship. My opponent, I don't know who, because I decided to make it an open challenge, not trying to call out anyone specific, but I know there's someone who thinks he's a part of the world's greatest tag team, but Mama Benjamin would tell him something else. Not pointing no fingers, but
Ooh, get your money up,
and then
Shelton.
and then unfortunately Saturday's the day after. So like, if I've been the flip flop, I could have walked in as Saturday, new Destination Pro Destination 6 Midwest Express champion, because this Saturday I get a rematch of Oliver Kane for the Midwest Express Championship. So I think a white strap would look good on me.
Yep.
I think it's red.
But I don't
Actually,
think we
I don't know
we've
what
had a
color
white
it is.
strap title yet, so we can add that.
We did all heel wrestling back.
Oh yeah, all heels are white. All heels are white. You got to get back to below zero. I want those blue ones.
Oh, below zero would be good. I mean, I just want to collect them all. It's like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Magically delicious.
No, but I'm looking forward to that one. You've been killing it at Destination 6. I think you and Oliver can have a good one again.
Yeah, well, definitely, different result. Like I said, I'll come out the Destination 6 Midwest Express champion, looking all pretty. When Doc comes back and we take back the 0-1 USA tag belts, I'll have red, white, and blue with the Legacy Next Gen.
America.
Was it what was Chucky? Mr. Old Glory.
Old Glory.
Old Glory. And then Sunday, I am doing nothing.
All right. Perch, what you got this weekend?
This weekend, we'll be in Detroit at Harpo's for Game Changer Wrestling. It should be a fun time on Saturday. Love that venue.
Okay.
Harpo's is always special. Be back in Detroit. Uh, Usually it's super hot or super cold. So this time of year, I think we may get lucky and it'll be
Yeah, I know you might get like perfect tip depending on the amount of bodies in that place.
Yeah. So I'm excited. It should be some fun matchups. Um, and then the next day, we're off to Rochester, New York for Game
Oh,
Changer. So a little Detroit, little Rochester. We should be getting some good food in Rochester. Maybe some
yep,
pizza, um, garbage plate.
yeah.
Uh, Looking forward to it. It should be a fun time.
Hell yeah. Me myself this weekend, I am doing what I did last week. Watch football. And pray that Daniel Jones gets it together. 'Cause that was terrible. But yeah, that's my plan. Watch college football Saturday, watch pro football Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Um, Football is back and making me sad again. Hooray. But with that, I think it's time we start taking it home. So, Zach, any final thoughts or questions, brother?
I got nothing.
That's all right. Perch, final thoughts or questions.
Yeah, continue to find pro wrestling that you enjoy, learn about it, study it, and celebrate it. Yeah, and keep on getting healthy. And I can't wait to see Doc Simmons back at it.
Yep.
Uh, and yeah, just continue to enjoy.
Yep. Everybody get healthy. Oh, for me, RIP James Earl Jones. That one hit me more so today, the day after they announced. Zach, I forgot how many voices this man did in The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, I forgot that too.
It was like somebody posted that. I was like, holy fuck. 'Cause, I was talking to
And then
some of
when
my
they start
boys
bringing
and we
that
were
Darth
trying to like, all
Vader,
right, what role do you associate him with most? And at first I said Sandlot, but like after that Simpsons one, they pulled out a lot. So rip to one of the greatest. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow us on all the social medias, tell promotions to book us or book those two so that so Zach can wrestle and Perch can ref, and I can spy on them across the internet as they travel the world. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.